right, because we're still here, and we're not here for the
That's
money. We're here for y'all. Um, we need to get back to where we were. Even though they took away 54 voicemails,
that's
absolute flame. I felt so bad because I'm like, yo, like we had so many voicemails, we might have been talking for the next 6 to 8 hours. No
oh,
bullshit.
for sure.
And we'd have been like the magicians and people like that are on here. Like, yeah, but we got a voicemail.
Hey, welcome back. She get what does it say? She gets it pod.
Yep.
Anyway, welcome back, man. But yeah, the reason why I did that because y'all was just talking on and wasn't checking the voicemails. It did that to me
Mm.
before, man. Y'all gotta, go to the voicemails and keep clearing them out.
Well, that's what we are trying to do. But here's the thing: we've been kicked out when we've had like 4 voicemails. So we had 54, and we were trying to get through them. The issue is it doesn't let you get through them, especially if someone's talking for like 45 to 60 seconds. So it's hard to be like, you know what? We got 50 voicemails, but people are talking for 45 seconds. I mean, unless y'all want to be here for, the next 2 hours listening to voicemails, I'm completely fine with it too. Because I like talking to y'all. I'm sure Shan likes talking to y'all too. And right now I'm currently losing to the Jets and Madden. So I'm completely with the shits. If y'all are here for the show, we are here to give you the entertainment that you deserve.
I took a snack, and so I'm eating ramen noodles and a brownie and ice cream at the same time.
Mm. Now, let me ask you a question. Um, I got called a serial killer for this. Um, I got called a serial killer because I take my string cheese and I don't bite it. I go in like I actually like I treat it like a strand of hair and I eat it like in strands. And
Might be.
people like, Greg,
Remember, I only eat cheese for the consistency, not the taste.
okay, okay, fair. But
Nothing wrong with.
any anybody who bites into string cheese, they have definitely, when I say definitely, I mean this shit. They have definitely killed someone.
Maybe
No
never.
one bites into. Name a
You never
person that you know.
had them snack trays, and the string cheese was like cut in like little cubes, and you pulled it.
Yeah, but that
I
that's like
like those.
cube. I'm talking about like the lunchbox, like that type of cheese, where you can go and say, you know what, I'm going to like peel the cheese. They call it string cheese for a reason. Like it's not like teeth cheese, it's string cheese. Just go ahead and just pull little strings of it and eat that. Like, don't be a serial killer, ladies and gentlemen. We want you to be your best you. Stop
Okay,
going and biting into string cheese.
new rules, Greg. Whenever it gets up to 12 voicemails, you have to check them all, run through.
Exactly. We're not at 12 yet though. So we can
Okay.
we can do what we do. But we kind of lost our train of thought because Stereo decided that, you know what? We ain't gonna pay up, so we just gonna go ahead and cancel you. I
Okay.
really want to know what those 54 voicemails were. I'm really, really
Dude,
upset
I'm not
right now.
to listen to
Oh my,
them.
like, but here's the thing. This is coming from someone who I still have like voicemails from like 2013 that I've never checked. Like, I'm sure I owe somebody money in like a past life in 2013, but they left me a voicemail. But the thing is, I didn't pick up the call, so I ain't answering the voicemail. Stereo is the only
I don't,
app where it can tell
Greg,
you that.
I don't save voicemails, but what I do save is emails because you
Oh
can
man,
never said something because I'm gonna pull my receipts up.
man. When I tell you with voicemails, that's one thing. But like you said, with email, oh my God. Like I think I have voicemails and emails both from like at least 2011, 2012. My Gmail account though, it did alert me about like 6 months ago that my 15 gigabytes that they give you, that's almost full. So I was like, wait, how big are emails where like they're taking up 15 gigabytes? I thought email was like forever. Like you can just
You probably
leave that
have
as
two
it is.
emails. I don't like having a lot of emails, so my emails is always clean.
Wait, so are you one of those type of people who are like January 1st, you're like new year, new me, and you just clean out
No,
all of your
like
emails?
every clean out.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I,
I still
I
have
I I will have my friends log into my computer so I could clean out their emails and organize it.
nope. I still have right now. I got the iPhone 12 Pro Max yesterday, and I'm trying to transfer text messages from a phone that I've had, what, the 11 Pro Max, but
You
even
need
that
to
phone.
stop.
Oh no, I'm a hoarder. The reason why is because whenever I run for president and someone says, "Hey, you said this to me in 2012," I'm like, "Hey, nah, give them the accurate screenshots. Don't go and just cut and paste and edit that out. Like when you showed me your pussy, yeah, right there. Like that's there too. That is right there. Like 2012, baby, 2011, baby, 2010, baby. Like I need you to know, like I'm with the shits. Like one thing I learned, I'm gonna tell a story. It's story time. So once upon a time when I was a hoe, anybody who has ever listened to a show of Loudmouth Stereo knows that Greg has a moment at least once an episode where I talk about once upon a time when I was a hoe. So once upon a time I was a hoe, and there was a young lady that I was talking to. Her and I were having relations. We were cool. Um, she went and she had the gall to tell someone, one of her friends, that Greg said something. And I was like, I know for a fact I didn't say that because the friend contacted me and was like, well, she said you did her dirty, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, how did I do her? I didn't do anything. Like, I'm just me. I mean, I was doing whole shit, but I wasn't doing whole shit to like, to her. Like, I wasn't treating her bad. So she says, well, she sent me a screenshot. And I was like, well, let me see the screenshot then. She sends me the screenshot. And I was like, wait, those texts don't add up. Like, wait a minute. Like, there's some text missing there, right? So I said, I'm going to actually record my screen and show you the actual conversation. And not only did I go from top to bottom and show her this is what she said and this is the actual word, this will keep people out of trouble. So Chris Brown and all these celebrities who keep getting in trouble, keep the receipts. Some will say you're hoarding, some people say you're being extra, but trust me, there are a lot of people that could have been protected from just keeping the receipts. If especially if you're gonna be a hoe, if you're gonna be out here going and slinging dick, and you're gonna be community dick, keep the receipts, man. Man,
all
okay,
my receipts.
man.
I was reading an email earlier in my MSN account. Hey, Hotmail people, that I have a folder called bitter sweet sorries, and there's all my exes pleading and begging in email.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, listen, I have a rule of thumb. If you and I slept together, I don't give a fuck what you feel after the fact. You can be like, oh, it was this big, it was this small, it was this and this, and the dick wasn't good, blah, blah, blah. My response to you every single time is going to be, but I fucked though. Period. Like honestly, there's actually been a girl who went on Twitter and her and I have relations. She said she's talking cash shit in subtweets. She's saying stuff like, oh well, he ain't shit. Greg ain't this. Blah 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 blah. I responded because she subtweeted and I said, you're saying all this publicly. Just let them know I fucked though. Once I said that, not only was her heart broken, she called me. I was like, oh, so now you want to have this conversation. You don't want to be on social media blasting me. You want to talk now. Ain't no talking. I said what I said and I meant that shit. And we ended it there. That's the ex that doesn't call back. That's the ex that doesn't talk because she knows now, like, I'm not the one to fuck with. I don't go and expose people. I'm not one of those guys that I'm going to go and expose your news and all, old conversations and shit like that. I'm going to just let you know I am not the one. You can do whatever you want to do with all these other dudes. I was raised in the era of like, you know what? You as a lady, I do not hit women, but I have a cousin that does, and she can fight. That's my law. But we have voicemails again. Let's get these.
That's not serial killer behavior. That's how you're supposed to eat string polio cheese. You're supposed to pull it apart.
See? I knew I went crazy.
Do you bite Twizzlers or do you pull them apart?
I don't eat Twizzlers. I think Twizzlers are the most disgusting fucking candy ever. Twizzlers are disgusting. How do you eat that?
I bite them.
I had two comments earlier about social media. I think there's two main problems that overall make social media net negative. The first one is confirmation bias or echo chamber effect, meaning that if I hold a certain set of beliefs, I'll follow sources that support the beliefs I already hold, and I'll only follow sources that do that, therefore reinforcing the fact that I think I'm right. And if you do that and you don't follow any alternative sources or sources who might give you different perspectives, then you're just going to be even more entrenched in your beliefs. And then the other one is jealousy and envy, I think, that come from social media, meaning that a lot of people, most people, show the best 1% of their life, and we don't ever see the other 99%. So when we compare our entire life to the best 1% of somebody else's life, it's no wonder we get jealous and we thus get depressed from that. It just makes sense.
That is so profound. Oh my God. Like he put it
All
better than
facts.
we could have ever done. Good grief. Thank you
I
for that.
bite into string cheese. I don't know why I do it. And you know what? You're so right about that because every time I do it, I feel like this is so wrong. I feel like I'm not eating this the way that I'm supposed to. I don't know. Somebody explain it to me.
Listen, for the one time that you can't bite a thing and you could bite a thing, bite a thing.
I can't believe those voicemails are gone, man. I had a shitload lined up for you guys.
Boy,
That's fucked up.
so sorry.
But yeah, I guess I'll touch on some of my points again. As the people were saying that social media and the internet is connected, man, I'm telling you, I've been on the internet for 25 years, and I promise you, the internet would exist and will exist without social media. Obviously we need the internet to get on social media, but we definitely don't need social media for the internet. It's the other way around.
Yeah.
Stereo is hating it. They're on some bullshit.
Boy,
I just have
What?
to say that I am enjoying your conversation. Both She Gets It, glad you're back, and Hey Greg. So this is the longest I've listened to Stereo, but I've only just downloaded the app last night. So
nice. Welcome. Thank you for listening and giving our comments. And I'm sorry we lost all those messages, but we can re-up.
Yes, we
And
can.
just to prove that I see the pros of it, I'm gonna hit you with my top 3 pros. Okay,
Go ahead.
first the connectivity, to friends and family. To your one point, I've also become friends with people that I beefed with in high school, and that's a beautiful thing. Reparations and all that. My family, they can get updates on my daughter on a consistent basis, and I can keep up with their lives. That's beautiful as well. And then secondly, live news from the ground in real time, portraying the truth on video. That's great. Maybe some racial injustice might happen because of all the light that's been shined on the negative racist bullshit that's been happening and caught on social media. And third, the self-made people, to your other point. The major labels, the major corporations are no longer required for someone to explode on the scene. You can make it based on raw talent, and that's amazing. My next voice note ain't going to be very pretty, but I wanted to hit you with the positives first.
Oh no. Oh boy. Oh, he said the
Let's
next voicemail.
go.
Let's go.
Hey, yo, I like your style, Greg. You long-winded though, but I like your style, man. But yo, I think that y'all should do every 5 voicemails. You check all 5, clear the box out. Every time you get 5, clear it out. 12 is kind of long. We'll be here like forever before we hear other people's points of view. You know what I mean? It's just a thought. I mean, I ain't telling you how to run your own broadcast, but yo, what y'all think about that?
You
I'm
know
with
what?
it.
I'm giving him the reins. The busy
Okay,
giant said 5. We're going with 5. So
okay, we
let's
got
go with
5
5.
now. Go straight out.
Yes, that's right. You bite them. Let me tell you, I was listening. I'm thinking back on it. Now I'm thinking through. I'm like, wait a minute, but well, how else do what? You can't just fucking
Or
string cheese. You'll fucking choke. You got to take the bait. You got to be a little bit of a serial killer.
Exactly.
Yay.
Exactly.
Kevin
No,
Warren.
no, no. Twizzlers are. It's like Twizzlers is like an accident that just got sold somehow. Like just that's the best marketing scheme that anybody's ever done. Twizzlers are industrial. It's an industrial adhesive or whatever the hell used for candy. Somehow was just happened to be edible, and they sold it on you
Exactly.
people. It's ridiculous.
Yo.
Isn't they're not even sweet. They're just nasty.
Exactly. Thank you.
I like them.
Thank
You
you.
know, I've been eating black licorice and mango licorice.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Excuse the fuck out of me.
Yes,
Did you
there's
just?
a mango licorice. Like, I think it's a company out of Switzerland that makes something that's really good. It tastes just like a motherfucking mango.
Licorice and
Shout outs to
mango
Luke.
don't
Proud.
sound.
That was a great comment. That was great. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout outs to you.
Facts.
So I just wanted to make a point or follow up with science. To make it clear, I don't think that so my statement wasn't that we needed the internet. Those two things exist differently. And this is just my opinion, but if companies and businesses, they're creating things and putting it on the internet for you to go and find the information. But I can find the contradiction on social media if I'm seeing things that are happening in live right now, right? And so it removes, I'm not going to say it removes the opportunity to change the story or the narrative, but sometimes you can see the contradictions to what someone has prepared to put on the internet and then based on what's happening right now in the moment on social media.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, look, I think social media is definitely a con because, man, you got people on here clout chasing severely, like
Mm.
at astronomical levels of clout chasing going on, man. I was watching I was watching something on social media, man. You got people on social media dying, and instead of trying to go to the hospital, they jump on live to be like, "Yeah, man, I'm going out like a real one. I'm a real one, man. I'm still in the hood. You know what I'm saying? These niggas can't stop me. I'm losing a lot of blood, but yeah, man. I'm a real one. Hey, for real, man. Yo, hey, I need y'all to ride for me. Like, come on, man. Like, yo, it's real stupid out here now on social media. So I seen more death on social media, man, than
Yeah.
like it's just crazy, man. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can take all your scary movies that you like.
Yeah. Now we're back at 5, but I want to ask this question because I want to hear the listeners. I have no response to it. I just want to hear from you. If someone told you that you could only have one social media and all
Uh,
others you had to
yeah.
delete and you could never use any other ones from this day forth, which one are you keeping and why?
Hmm.
I'll repeat it again in the middle. Like we have 5 more voicemails, but I want to know. That is a question that I've been asked and I still do not have the answer to, which is if someone told you that you could only have one social media and all others you had to delete and you could never get them back, which one are you keeping and why? We have these voicemails. Let's play these.
Hmm.
No, you bite you bite Twizzlers. You don't bite the cheese. No.
Yes. Bite it.
Yo, Twizzlers was made how the Powerpuff Girls were made, man. You remember the Powerpuff Girls, yo? It was like Chemical X accidentally fell into the mix and created the Powerpuff Girls, yo. I think Twizzlers, it was like some weird wax and like some freaking, I don't know, man, something else, man. It accidentally fell into the candy mix and created Twizzlers.
Mm, mm, mm,
So much hate
mm.
for Twitter. I never knew.
Okay, she gets it, love. My dear hearts. You hit me with the
Exactly.
licorice. I was like, that's the worst one, babes.
Exactly.
I've never been able to eat a licorice anything, but yo, you got some. Hey, if it floats your boat, if you understand the taste, it's your shit.
For real, like I started eating what's the plenties where it's black licorice and it's that white and purple out coating. I don't know why I like it. I just like it.
Now, question I gotta ask you: do you eat Jelly Belly also?
If I could pick out my own flavors.
Okay, yeah, because I think I had a Jelly Belly, and it was so bad because it was in the mix of good flavors, and I had that
Yeah.
one bad flavor. I think it was like butterscotch, and butterscotch is one of the things that honestly, not only do I hate the taste, I hate the smell, and that right there ruined Jelly Belly for me. Was the smell and the taste of a butterscotch Jelly Belly?
When you
Never
eat
again.
anything butterscotch, it's because you are desperate. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh my
What we
God. Who the hell are y'all following? Niggas is getting aired out and they're recording themselves like a selfie. Oh no. Who are
Oh
y'all
Lord.
following? Please
Oh
unfollow.
Lord. Oh Lord.
Instagram, hands down. Instagram would be the one that you use if I couldn't have any others because the power to reach people with the hashtags is super powerful. It's like a SEO tool. So
Mm.
if you a fashion dude, you can put a bunch of different types of fashion hashtags and reach so many people. Now Facebook you can do, but it takes a lot more work. You got to join a bunch of groups. You got to be accepted into the groups. Instagram, man, is instantaneous, man. People see the hashtag, click on the hashtag, boom. So Instagram, you can market and do all kind of stuff. It's a very, very powerful tool.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. All right.
I think for me, I would choose Twitter, partly because I mean, I've made the most money in business on Twitter, oddly, than my Facebook fan page and Instagram. Um, but I think I enjoy the conversations or just the community on Twitter. I haven't tried Reddit. I know some of you mentioned that earlier. I don't know if that was a social media. I'm gonna look into it. I've
It
heard of
is.
it before, but I've never used it. But I would
Mhm.
definitely use Twitter because I could still post a picture if I want to, but the focus is conversation
Yeah.
and sharing collective thoughts and giving thoughts. So
I think if I could only have one social, surprisingly, actually, I would choose to keep LinkedIn, just because it's helped me uh, find opportunities, and it's a good way. It's basically a digital resume, right? And you can show people your experience and connect with people and network with them, and it just kind of cuts out some of the noise and some of the bullshit I think that comes with some of the other more laid back platforms. Like this one's a little bit more formal, it's a little bit more professional, and it actually has a really tangible benefit that can come out of it, versus the others. I think it's not as straightforward. Like, what is the benefit for me? There's just a lot of noise and a lot of junk on there. So if I had to keep one, I'd go with LinkedIn.
Okay.
Okay.
LinkedIn.
I like that. I
She
like
gets it. Here's a fun fact for you. You know,
Ready.
black licorice is good for your cramps when you having your little cramps
Boy,
on a
how do you know
the
that?
monthly basis or whatever. It's excellent for your cramps. I don't know if you know that, but yeah, try it.
that.
Well, you know what?
Mm.
When you have like two kids fall out your vagina, when you have like that going on every month as a woman, it really ain't shit compared to a contraction. So I don't really be bothered. Plus, I got CBD oil for that. CBD.
Oh Lord.
No, no, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I mean, great.
Well, butterscotch
Mm-mm.
is the church lady candy. Like every
Yeah,
church lady gonna give you
bottom of the
one of them
purse
red and white mints and a Werther's original.
and that
Holla at me.
strawberry,
And a
that lemon.
butterscotch joint.
Yes,
Nah. Now wait, is the Werther's original? Is that the thing that looked like a watermelon and you open it up? It's in everybody's grandmother's like little candy cabinet. Like you know what I'm talking about? It's like a green wrapper with like a little pink like.
that's a
God, I,
strawberry candy.
that's a
No,
straw.
the
Wait.
Weathers is the one that's an oval and it's always brown, and it might be like green apple,
Oh.
and or it might be original Weathers, which is butterscotch, or it might be I think they have a caramel flavor.
Uh huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
that old
y'all are teaching. Y'all are teaching me today. Shit.
that bottom of the purse shit. Just give me
Mm-mm-mm.
something. We've been in here for 8 hours.
I'm gonna say this one is a hard one about which one to pick because I just really started paying attention to social media. Like I kind of just was sitting back for a while, like trying to, just go through that process of introspection and shit, and really understand like what the fuck is my purpose. So now that I'm having some understanding and trying to get into my spaces to get to know people and all kinds of things, because I really learned from a lot of people, just listening, right? Like just being a part of a conversation, learning that people are cool. But
Mhm.
with that being said, there are some limitations when you are becoming a creator, which is that with Facebook, you just can't use any content. Like we have this looking glass orgasm that we're building, and it's really like our kind of like sharing of music, but we always come up with a piece of art before we put it out there. Well, I'm limited because I usually put the music on afterwards, and Facebook won't let me do that, whereas Instagram it can, but I can't edit shit, I can't be a part of groups, so it's a tough one. I gotta keep thinking about it.
I
Okay.
don't like Facebook anymore because it's so fucking police. Like I was on one of my Instagrams. I think it was for Cozy Woman. This lady was giving birth squatting, but you couldn't see like anything. You couldn't see her vagina, her butt, or anything. You couldn't see her nipples or nothing. And she was
Mm,
squatting. All you saw was like the baby's head below her. You
mm,
didn't see her
mm, mm.
pussy pop open, nothing. And it went the video went to my story, which connected to my Facebook for Cozy Womb. And Facebook basically shunned me for like 2 days and was like, there's nudity or something sexual in something you shared. Are you guilty, or do you want to discuss this further in the next step? I was like, am I guilty of showing a woman bend down and a baby come below her without you seeing any pussy? I guess, but nigga, it wasn't mine. It wasn't even my shit. So I'm just like, whatever.
Miss Mogul, this is for Miss Mogul if she listening. I like your style. I'm a businessman too. I own a business, and I'm definitely a legacy builder. I like to do a show with you. Holla at me.
Hey,
Follow me back. I followed you. Hopefully you follow me back. Let's do a show. I got a couple ideas.
come on, connect.
Luke, that's a really good one. I honestly was tossed up between LinkedIn and Twitter, but I feel like I can be a little bit sophisticated ratchet on Twitter.
Hey,
On LinkedIn, I'm very like polished, no ratchetness whatsoever.
I like
Mm.
that.
Hey, she gets it. That's funny. You start laughing. I got a wife. My wife, I learned that from my wife. That's not something a man just innately knows. You know what I'm saying? Also, mint. Those Altoids, hella good. Stomach aches,
I,
pop a Altoid or two, straight. And black licorice for cramps, all good. You in the game, fam.
hey, and that CBD.
Mm.
Straight up though, like I got Stockholm syndrome with butterscotch because I was a kid that was like wanted sweet stuff. It didn't matter what it was. Like, you
That's
know, when you get the
me.
box of chocolates
Yeah,
and like you always get that box of chocolate and you get the piece like the cream. You like, I don't want none of that. I was the one that was in the sideline watching,
yeah.
like I can't wait for that. And you get to realize you don't want the rest of that chocolate because I'm gonna eat all that. I love candy like a crazy, I was just crazy about candy. So I ain't gonna lie, like butterscotch stayed with me. I'm an old lady, I guess. I'm an
That's so.
old lady.
If at the bottom of the bag there's loose candy corn that been touching everything, I might eat it, depending on what time of day it is.
Man,
Um,
what?
I knew from a young age that I did not like chocolates that did not tell me what was in them and would bust in your mouth and be like, "No, I don't want cream. No, I don't want this red gooey stuff. Where's the one with the nuts at?" Like I knew I didn't like those type of surprises, right? In chocolate, but I'm a child that used to eat Tums because it was colorful and it looked like candy for the hell of it. So candy freak for sure.
Ouch. Oh, that sounds like it's painful.
What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Hey, I agree with her about Facebook too, about not liking it no more. You know what I mean? She gets it. You was right about that because Facebook also kind of sucks too because Facebook is like now they starting to try to control how you think and control your narrative. If you got an opinion that's different than the popular opinion, you in Facebook jail automatically.
Oh
Mark
yeah,
Zuckerberg and the sixth precinct, man, they be on your ass, man. So yeah, Facebook try to control the narrative, man. If you don't like Donald Trump and he's the popular thing right now or whatever, or they want him to win, whatever, I don't know. But they'll put you in Facebook jail. You say something bad about him. Like it's crazy. So yeah, Facebook trying to control people's narratives and kind of steer you to think how they want you to think or whatever. So yeah, I'm not really feeling Facebook that tough.
realistically, the only why I have Facebook is because there's so many pictures on there that I don't have anymore from like photo albums that are old and all types of shit. And I'm just like, damn, I need to take this off of here and now completely delete it.
All right, all right, all right. Mr. Busy Giant. Thank you. Sure, will do.
I love it.
She like butterscotch, yo. I bet you probably got one of those tin can joints with the cookies that came in it in the little paper.
Of
Every
course,
grandma had
I
it,
thought
yo.
that.
My grandma, rest in peace. My grandma used to put like after the cookies is gone, she had all her sewing equipment in there. You open it, think it's gonna be some cookies, and it's hella needles and and thread in there.
Right. And shit that don't belong, like a battery. I know my mom got a battery up in this piece.
All right, I'm being a creep, but when you said you don't like candies that just bust in your mouth without telling you what it was, I like my
Yes,
brain
Hmm.
went left, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
Of
my
course. Of
brain lives
course.
left. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but if you don't listen to like She Gets a Pod, you won't know like the backstory to that. Is I don't like kids in that area. If they come in that area, I'm gonna have to dish them in like a sink or something. But they're not gonna stay here. I'm not a whirlpool, so I do not like things that surprise me in my mouth. Okay,
I don't really believe
dark skin
that
cheese.
Facebook is a true account to the pros and cons of social media, just because the primary use is for a generation who really doesn't.
Oh yeah, your grandma on there, your mom on there, your auntie on there. But realistically, today's kids is not on Facebook. So I get that.
Oh, straight up about Facebook. Let me tell y'all, right? This is how I know. Two things. I'm gonna try to hurry and get through this. But I posted something because I have this white supremacy purging that I'm doing, and I don't mean it again in the sense of all white people are bad. I mean the system, the policies. We understand black people. Don't let me get that deep on it, please, please, please understand. But I posted this thing saying, goodness, it says something like black, white, Asian, Indian, all these things. I said that though, let's kill those white supremacy descriptors. Right? We know that black and white and yellow and red are some white supremacist bullshit descriptors, right? So Facebook sent me a message telling me like, did you like basically are warning me? And I'm like, it's not that serious. And then I went to go post on the White House page, and all I said was Fox News and mainstream media to respond to somebody. I had to remove news and media just for it to post.
That's crazy.
Miss Young Mogul, I knew it. The sophistic ratchet coming out, yo. I feel it though.
Yep.
It's a time and place for everything. I feel it. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what would you rather happen? You want the candy to tell you it's getting ready to bust? Or, I mean,
Yes,
of course it's not going to tell you. It ain't going to
yes.
say nothing.
I want you to tell me. Tell me what you want. Tell me.
Hey, the shitty thing about social media is everyone's trying to be someone they're not. They're trying to look a certain way, be a certain way, and act a certain way. And guess what? That's not real life. Guess what? It's not.
Okay, Greg, I got a question.
Oh boy.
Do you feel like who do you feel like who I am on social media, IG, through email or text or Twitter is who I am in real life?
Unfortunately, yes. I feel like you have gone at some point and tried to lick your own elbow. Like I feel like that is you.
My ex number 3, he used to get me so bad with that shit. Put your hand over your face on the left side and then try to lick your elbow. I have tried it just off of like uh instant reaction. But
Some what
there's
is
other
wrong
that
with
I've
you?
tried that is worse than that. Trust me.
See, you are the pro in social media. You are definitely the pro.
I'm too honest. I might say shit you might think I'm lying, and I'm actually telling the truth about my life.
You know what? I gotta pause us. So if you are in here right now and you believe that Shan can go and lick her elbow, I need you to give us a round of applause. I
Don't
need you
get
to give
me on.
Shan
I
a
might
round
get
of
on
applause
live.
because
I might
I
get
feel
on
like
live and show you.
she quite possibly could lick her own elbow. I need you to clap if you feel like Shan can go and lick her own elbow because we want to encourage her to try some impossible shit. Shan is the impossible woman, and we want you to encourage her to do the impossible. Like,
I'm trying to lick it right now. So horrible, Doug. Yeah,
the fact that you actually try to do it is sad.
my body is not well proportioned, so I feel like things should be closer than they appear to be.
You know what? Something wrong with you. Something is wrong with you, friend. Oh my god. Holy shit.
Okay, so stroll
Oh,
down the brick road. Let's see.
Hey, shout out to Hey Greg, too, man, by the way. Shout out to Hey Greg, man. Hey, This is working real smooth with the just answering the voicemails. It's flowing real dope. Love it.
It is.
See,
Thank
see, see. He noticed. He was like, you know what? Greg ain't talking a lot. I'm letting it go. I chime in when I have to.
you.
I
We
chime in
learned.
when I have to.
Yeah, whatever Greg just said is so false. Just because, for the simple fact that as humans, every day we put on a mask of who we want to be and step out into the world.
What did I
So
say?
when you make posts on social media, this is the message that you want to put out there about yourself. So I don't think it's you being something false. I think it's being a better version
Oh,
of the person that you are originally. It's the best version, in your
Wait,
personal opinion.
I'm sorry. Wait, did I say something? I didn't say anything. What did I
I,
say?
I feel like I feel like this. I feel like we're constantly changing, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, what we put out, we need it to be better, so we have something to aim for when we get the reactions we need, or we crave, right? But at the same time, who the fuck wants to be there yesterday?
Mm.
So I feel like balance wise, I put out the cons of who I am in everything that I do, and I put out the pros of who I am in everything that I do, so people can let down their shoulders in a room. So as far as
Mm.
like appearing that I'm somebody that I want to be on social media, that's somebody. Sometimes I'm talking about who I want to be, and sometimes I'm talking about who I am right now
Okay.
at this moment.
Mm.
So I don't know. It just depends on where you at. I just don't
Mm.
feel like you could get me any different way. I'm the same way in front of my mom that I am before that. Wang a wang.
Okay. Now, before you play the next voicemail, I want to like lead in. The reason I want to lead in is because I want to hear these voicemails. I want to hear people because obviously we talk too much. I talk too much. But I want to hear from you guys. We've talked social media, but we haven't talked about the most vital part of social media:
Which is
dating. Dating.
oh uh
I,
well, I can't
I
say that. I might have one in corner pocket, so I'm gonna
oh
hush.
Lord. So when it comes to social media, we completely gloss over the dating aspect of it. I want to know from you guys in the voice notes and the comments and everything like that. I want to know when it comes to dating in like the social media area, like in that like era, if you want to call it that. Has it been a pro or has it been a con? Like, has it made getting to know people? Has it made actually dating people better, knowing that you can kind of like just get to know someone from your couch? Has it made you have more people skills knowing that you can be your true self? If you are an introvert or an extrovert, you can do that through a social media app. Or are you on the opposite where you feel like people who do social like dating, like they don't
I
have a
don't know where the
personality?
hell.
Sorry,
Oh,
go ahead.
oh well, she left the voicemail, but basically
Sorry.
like how do you treat dating apps? Like, how do you treat Tinder and Plenty of Fish and what are some other fucking dating apps? Any of the dating apps that you use, like, has that made your approach to the opposite sex better, or has it made your experience worse?
Oh shit, I can't speak. I don't know. I feel like I'm a crab. Um, gravitate whoever is like not blatantly, asking for them titties up front.
Mm,
You have to have something else to you for me to even like want to talk to you. And if I don't want to talk to you, then I'm not gonna talk to you. Period. That's not just like romantically. That's just like are you fucking interesting? Are you beyond this screen? So everybody ain't ready, but when they are, those are your motherfucking people.
And
mm.
to that, I concur. She's definitely the pros because imagining that, like, oh, please, I just want to see it.
She said she want to see it. She want to see it, so show it to her.
Oh man. Stop it. Craig, you already know why you stopped.
I did nothing. I did nothing.
Oh, he's on it. I agree on that. Because if you care about your reputation, though, to a certain degree, you can be authentic, but you realize that you're in a space where you are having to interact with people, and you do have to consider the fact that you're an adult talking in adult spaces. At least that's if that's the place that you want to be. So there is a sense of how you present yourself, right? Like authenticity is so crucial right now because we have been living in eras of lies for so long. Like politeness to the point where it's so much lies. Like, Kevin and I was talking about this earlier. Like sometimes we want to present ourselves as being so polite, so overly polite, that we actually end up kind of lying in a degree. Because, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm not a big celebrator of birthdays, and I found it really hard to just go around and say happy birthday, happy birthday. But now I kind of get it. I see, like, okay, it's a thing. That's just how.
Um, in a way. So, like, for instance, this is how I give certain people bits of me because it's smart. Same reason why Procter and Gamble.
But who says that we're just one person? We're not one person. We have different personalities. I don't know. So maybe that's not the right thing to say, like different personalities, but we don't show up. I don't show up personally the same way every day. There are different versions of me, and different people get different versions of me. Social media doesn't get the full version of me. If I'm in with the business sense and that's my focus, and that's what they get. But even when I'm being like ratchet, like what I think is ratchet is not everybody else's normal. It's very lightweight because it's things that I will not say on social media because I don't want proof that I even behave or think or talk like that.
Oh man, push the other one.
I think dating should be easier. It should be more. It's easy. Like you can find your type, your match, your whatever you got going on in life as far as your personality or spirituality or sexual orientation or whatever the hell you like. You can nitpick that and kind of find it within the confines of social media. Whereas before, what I'm saying, if you were in your 30s and you grew up in the 90s and the early 2000s, thousands, you know, you had to go out there in the wild and find you somebody and that probably didn't align with your, what I'm saying, with your beliefs. And, it was a hunting game. Now it's like the food's brought to you right in front of your door. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Absolutely agree, man. Like it's hard knowing that like there are people, mind you, I'm married, but there are a lot of people out here who they don't know how to date because they've never dated. There are people who right now are 18 and 19, 20, 21, and the only form of dating they've ever had, even while in like high school, they've had Tinder, they've had Facebook, they've had Twitter. So the people they know are the people that honestly they talk to every day, and they might not be people that they've ever met. We have taken with social media pretty much like pen pals to like the 50th power, if that makes any sense. But I don't want to talk too much, so we got 5 more voicemails. Shan, that's all on you.
When I was on dating sites, I did not, like on Tinder, I didn't connect my social media because I just didn't want random people knowing who I was. Like, if I tell you my name is Candy Apple, then shit, call me Apple or call me Candy. Like, and then when I get to know you, then maybe I'll share my social media. But I don't want to have you in my personal life if I don't even see this conversation going past this inbox message.
And this is why today's women are so weird. Because you'll hear some women say, when I meet a new person, I just give them my social media. Don't give them my phone number. And then you'll have some women that say, I give them my number, not my social media. Well, 2020 is set up where you can block them on everything. So I guess be safe.
I think you have to have a particular goal when you're on social media for dating. I call it courtship, and I met my husband on Match.com. but I had some very clear goals and I laid down exactly what I was looking for. However, if you don't know what you want, then the social media dating world is insane and it is potentially quite scary. So you do have to be careful. It's like shopping at TJ Maxx. You gotta, kind of search through what you want. And it might take a lot of trial and error. And also, certain sites are going to have different types of people on it. So you gotta do the work, basically, and you have to know what you want.
So let me just ask this. I gotta ask. Do you feel like a lot of people, when it comes to like online dating and social media dating, their their expectations exceed their efforts? Now, when I say that, I mean like when they go onto Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that, the things that they see are the things that they want. So like guys, they want the model with the nice ass and the perfect tits and the perfect skin complexion and things like that. Do you think that the expectations that we put on ourselves because of social media are the things that we expect out of our relationships? Because a lot of people have told me the opposite. They said that they like to look at certain things, but they don't want those certain things. So they might look at Kylie Jenner and say, you know what? She's she's cute, cool, like fine, but I want Gabrielle Union. Like that's a question that not only I want to have, people ask, but I want to hear these voice notes. So,
Hi.
oh
I
boy,
tell.
oh
Hey.
boy,
All right, wait. Let me get back to y'all. Hold on.
oh boy, holy shit, holy shit,
Shane, your emoji look like Issa Rae.
dude, dude.
Let's keep it a thou wow. Um, yeah. I don't know. Do people even really date anymore though? Like let's keep it 1,000. Do people really date anymore, or they just hook up? Cause what I'm noticing is social media is just like the hookup spot. Like, yo,
Man,
we
what?
jumping in your DMs. We ain't
Yeah.
really trying to get to know you like that. You know what I mean? Nothing. So I'm not even gonna say we, cause I'm off the market.
Man,
But you know what I'm saying. People don't seem like they actually are trying to date anymore. It's just, hey, yo, what's up? What that mouth do? Hey, let me
man,
see you
what?
work something. Let me see you
That's
twerk
right.
something. Whatever. You
Right.
know what I mean? So it's not really a dating thing. It's just people trying to see. They throwing a wide net out and seeing what they can get back. So yeah, I don't think it's a
Exactly.
dating thing. I think it's just a hookup thing.
And what's
Oh
so
man,
crazy about that goddamn wide net is the shit that they catch they don't want after all of that shit.
exactly. You thought you was gonna go and get shrimp, you end up getting seaweed, and it happens so much, so
Mm.
much. Um, uh, go ahead. You can play the next voicemail.
Y'all really think about this though? Like, do you really think? First of all, like, we really watch porn. Like, porn is
Yes,
really us
yes,
watching other people have sex. That
yes.
shit is crazy.
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. So on Twitter, this one dude sent me multiple videos of his thrust into other women as a green light for the next step. And I'm just like, okay, sir. Thanks for those unwanted videos. And I just dipped out of those DMs.
Mm.
And then he hit
Is
me. He was like, "You fell asleep, right?" I said, "Sure did."
now
You
is
keep
that
random women's pussies in your thrust game just to show it off in DMs, sir. Jesus.
yeah? I have a personal. I won't say it's a vendetta, but I'm really concerned at the amount of like unprotected sex I see on like X videos and Twitter and shit like that. I'll go and I'll look at filth. Like, the wife and I, we look at filth. I look at filth. More importantly, the fact that there's filth everywhere I look. But I'll go on Twitter. I'm like, yo, like they are like bareback fucking.
Listen, there's
There's not
more
a
trust.
condom in sight.
There's more trust on them dicks with random pussies and porns than there is in most relationships.
Right? Yeah. And mind you, somebody who is walking in here right now, they're like, I thought we were talking about the pros and cons of social media. This is de- this is definitely both a pro and a con. Here is the con in social media. The con is the people who decide that they are going to share their homemade porn, and it's
Here
absolute
we
garbage.
go.
Like, no one should see your ball sack. I'm sorry. I've never watched a porn and it's like, yo, I saw nuts. Like, I don't even, honestly, I don't like nuts. I don't want to see your nuts. Period.
Maybe it
More
was just
importantly,
swing back.
yeah, no, no, no. Any guy who watches porn can tell you, you literally will either fast forward or you will act like that part of the porn didn't exist. I'll give you an example. So when I go and I decide to go into like X-rated content, I'll go and I'll look at adult nature content, and I'll say like amateur lesbian. I know for a fact what I'm getting. This is what I came for. I see woman on woman. There's a good angle. There's a good scene. The women actually have some tact when it comes to their porn.
Yeah.
Then you got the niggas, okay? You got the guys, right? So say if you do amateur porn, you do amateur porn, you might have the lesbian porn, but then you have the guys. They have the bad camera angles. This dude, he walking around ashy as shit. He got on Tim's. But yo, this girl ass looked like the equator, and you are fucking her ashy as shit with black Tims on black Tims. So you know he's a therapist or he's a robber. Either way, it only works one of two. But then to just add even more to it, the camera angles are trash. And I said this and I'm gonna say it again. Anybody who decides that they want to do homemade porn, get a tripod. Please, for the love of Christ, get a tripod. Why are people doing porns and they're holding their phones? You know what? Voicemails. It's voicemail time, everybody. It's voicemail time.
Hey, Miss Mogul said something real important though, because with the that's smart to do it like that. Like, you don't just randomly just be giving out all your information, especially on dating apps and stuff like that, because you don't know who's on the other end of that. And the internet is so powerful, man. You can get one small piece of information about somebody and find out everything
Yeah.
about them, all their family, their whereabouts, where they work, what kind of car they drive. So yeah, you got to protect yourself out here. It's real out here.
This I see why the busy giant told us every five, because we went from talking about that to porn.
Because
Shout out to Baylor.
No, I definitely used to do that. I used to give my social media, but since I've gotten more followers and I used to post my daughter a lot, like, people are weird. So I just keep things separate and I don't post her as much, especially now that she's getting older.
Yeah.
You know, I
feel you.
think that there's something to. I do want to go back and say I was talking about your elbow. Like, I really would like to see that. That'd be hilarious. But on the other part of it, I think that there's a major pro about social media. Even though I know we're talking about some of the things that are kind of problematic, but I think that the fact that when you talk about dating, for some people, with the women with the phone numbers and all that stuff. But I think that there is something about the fact that there's couples now that you can see on social media. So you're seeing married couples. And for the longest time, I always hear the bad jokes about, like, you don't want to get married. I'm like, there's people that are married that are having a lot of fun with each other and sharing that online, and we're being able to see, we're reinforcing that people are complicated, but we also have been believing the worst about each other. And you get a chance to see that there are really great people out there, and there are great relationships that are not, people are not out there flaunting it, but you just get to see that people are being people.
Exactly. Absolutely.
Ain't no I forgot what you was talking about, Greg. I ain't gonna lie, I had an answer to it.
Jesus
I don't like
Christ.
women.
Jesus
I don't. There's
Christ.
no influence when it comes to women bodies with me. I like stretch marks, a little bit of
Wait.
fupa
come on,
too.
Tiger.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right. We let's just play
Hey,
football.
Greg, I got an answer for that.
Uh-oh.
Social media, like, in that aspect, is like porn, right? So dudes watch porn and they see the chick on porn
See?
that is
He taking it
got
there.
the fat ass, got the perfect body, got whatever, doing all this extra moaning and all these acrobatics and all of that, right? But then they get in a relationship And if their girl don't match up with what they seen in the porn, they're like, oh, her sex is whack. Oh, she whack. Oh, she ain't got a nice body. Oh, she ain't got a, whatever. Like they compare. See, porn distorts your perception of like reality, right? It distorts like your perception of like what love and relationships and what sex between two people should be. It's the same thing with social media. They only, like old boy said, they only see that 1%. So they start judging like their life off that 1%. It totally distorts like their reality of things. So yeah, social media is a trip, man.
Facts.
What I think sometimes you can get a false perception of who someone is based on their social media. I'm kind of old school. Like, I want to talk to you on the phone. I don't want to talk on text. Like, I would rather get to know you through conversation. And then as we get to know each other, of course, yeah, sure, I want to see your social media, right? Like, I do want to see what you support, because the interesting thing about Twitter is I've seen a lot of guys get exposed for being very rapey and being a part of the whole rape culture just by some of the things that they say or retweet or conversation. So I think that that's very important. And you want to know the views, especially as a mom with a young daughter. You want to try to get to know people and see what they're talking about and what they agree with on social media. But I don't think that that should be the main focus in getting to know someone.
Absolutely.
We know people are nasty. That's how they always been. Now social media is just another way, another vehicle for people to be nasty and find another way to communicate being nasty.
Mm-hmm.
Nasty time.
Should you be ashamed to watch porn? Like,
No,
why do people wait when they're alone or till their parents leave the house? Not even parents, but why do you wait for someone to leave the house or for you to be alone for you to want to watch porn? Why is it something like that's so taboo?
I'm gonna say this. Um, whoever you are, I'm actually to the ladies. To the ladies, I want you to flick that blicky. The reason why we want you to flick that blicky is because if you don't please you, who is going to please you? You better flick that blicky. It is there for you. It is a part of you. It loves you. You love it. Let the love flow. Fellas, if you decide that you are going to go ahead and do the things that you want to do, you want to diddly the diddle, then diddly the diddle.
see the diddle, boy.
However, I will say this: do it in the comfort of your own home. Don't go out to like a public place and go diddle the diddle.
Don't good my good washcloth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, too, don't go nutting on yourself. That's weird. That's some absolute weirdo shit. Like,
Did that.
get yourself a warm, wet towel. And fellas, someone actually no, actually, someone is listening to our live right now, and they made sure to send me a message to say this. Fella, no, I have to read this live because if I don't read this live, someone is actually going to kill me for the fact that I don't say this. This message says this: Greg, make sure you tell your stereo listeners this. That man better be comfortable laying in the wet spot.
Oh, I hate the wet spot.
I didn't know like I thought the wet spot was like the middle of the bed. Like if the bed's big enough, like you have your side of we.
Sorry, as a circus act.
This is not social media. Someone is going to come in here and say, I came in here to talk about the pros and cons of social media, and y'all are talking about the wet spot.
No, I changed the name.
Here's the thing. X videos and XNXX and all those other adult nature content, they have a comment section. If it has a comment section, it is social media. Period. Let's get these voicemails because we are up again.
I don't understand. This guy who's been my friend for 3 years, he got upset because I told him I don't sleep with friends. I actually have boundaries. I don't sleep with guy friends. He got upset and cursed me out. That's unbelievable. I was like, I've been your friend for 3 years. Why are you getting upset? I never told you I see you in a sexual way. I don't know, just guys get so upset when it's not even a rejection. I just have boundaries and rules. I don't cross that line.
That's right.
It was crazy.
That I'm gonna say this as a guy. The reason why guys do that is because they feel as though the easiest and the closest way to get to you is through the friend zone. Fellas, I'm gonna tell you this now. Like, stop befriending women that you want to fuck. It's okay to have female friends. Honestly, one of my closest friends, the best lady at my wedding, is a woman, and her and I have never had relations. I will say this though, you guys just don't do it. Like, stop saying that you want to be friends with women that you are attracted to. Like, they know the game. They know for a fact it's just a matter of time before you eventually say, you know what? I'm in love with you or something like that. Just don't be that weirdo. There are 20 right now. I think the ratio is like 26-1. So there are 26 women to every one man. You should just go ahead and just like play the odds. They're in your favor. Stop going and chasing things that are unattainable. She don't want you, bro. You're not even a friend. You're just a nigga that she knows, a guy that she knows. Like,
y'all sound so reckless.
Hey, I just want to give all my fellas out there a forewarning about sending these women unsolicited dick pics, man.
Yes.
These women out here, they collecting these dick pics that are unsolicited, like Pokemon cards, and they trading them. Little dicks for big dicks. They give you one big dick for 3 little dicks. They out here fucking people up, man. Quit sending these women unsolicited dick pics. They treat them like Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Don't be a part of the group text. I'm telling you.
Hey man, shut your bitch ass up.
Oh, this is a part of the pros and cons of social media because nobody told me Twitter you can watch straight barebacking horizontal adult polka all on Twitter.
Yep.
Horizontal adult.
I don't know. For some reason, I don't enjoy porn. I rather do the act myself, not watch it. You know, like what's the point? I mean, I don't get off on porn. I don't know how people get off on porn. I just don't. I think it's just, I don't know. It just freaks me out. But I prefer to do my own thing in my own bedroom. But I don't know. People like porn, and I don't know. It's just not for me.
I'm gonna say this. As someone who has watched porn and everything like that, for her, the last listener, Natasha, while you're in the confines of your own home, your own bedroom, put a porn on while you're doing the things that you do. Like, you and your mate, your spouse, you and them do whatever you do, and put a porn in the background. I'm telling you, it'll take it from like a 6 and make it a 15. Notice, I'm telling you, there's a lot of shit that
imaginary competition.
Yeah, like it's definitely a competition. There's some shit that you will see in porns that you're like, well, I know I can't do it in real life, but you're going to try.
All right, that's the time you got fucked up.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yo, I'm over here dying, man. Hey, look, man, I'm in a cigar lounge, man, smoking a cigar.
Hey.
Fam, I almost choked just now when this dude said you a therapist or a robber. Yo, that's crazy, man. Hey, man, look, it's the wheat Tims or nothing, bro. Like, it's got to be the wheat joints or nothing, man. We don't do all the extra colors, man. Come on.
Man, what? Oh, my God.
I do the wheat, the black, or the dark green.
No. Have you ever seen a dude with, like, the fake Tims? They like the low-top Jordans of Tims where there's no buckle at the back. It's just more so it's just like, that's not a Tim. That's literally like a sandal. That's an UGG, my nigga. That's not a Tim. Like, oh my God. Like, you know what?
But that's the thing, right? People want authenticity, love. People want to be able to see that there are people out there that are like them. People are out here trying to find their tribes and their communities and their, like-minded people and all that stuff like that.
Shop She Gets It on Teespring. The link is in the bio. Don't act like I ain't tell you. Hit me up on the Stereo app. Hit me up on Patreon. Hit me up on Red Circle. If you want to go ahead and cross promo, I'm here for you. Hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up at my email, shegetsitpod@gmail.com. Hit me up on She Gets It Pod on IG. I'm not hard to find. Let's get back into this show.
Just that is real talk right there. So you just got to think about it like, I like amateur porn. I like to know that there's people, like real people, like showing a love connection between each other. I don't like the bang bang, but like the sensual stuff. I'm like, oh, look at how you love her. Aww.
Yeah, yeah. Now I will say this: I don't like the amateur porn with the spitting in the mouth and shit. Like
Oh God.
I know I know.
Okay.
Look, if you like getting spit in your mouth, cool.
No.
Here's the thing. There's a sensual way of doing things, and then there's the shit that I've seen online. All the shit I've seen online, these this is like this. I'm gonna call it something, and somebody's gonna be really upset that I call it this. I'm gonna call it Big Dick Louie, Big Dick
Shut up,
Loogie.
Greg.
Because you shouldn't be having sex with someone and they give you a loogie. That is not spitting in someone's mouth. Like
People
that.
don't go to the dentist every 6 months like they're supposed to. We not doing that.
So like, if guys aren't gonna try as hard in porn, right? Then they're not gonna try as hard in real life. Like porn just affects so much in the dating world and like with hookups, and that's the reason that like it just goes wrong so much in society is because of the porn industry. It just sucks. Like,
Yeah.
what do you guys think of how porn has affected like your dating life?
Oh, it definitely affects. Go ahead, Sharon.
I mean, you're married though, Greg.
Hey.
And
Don't do that.
I'm not saying because you're married you can't improve. You can always improve, but it's just a different type of improve as a team player, to have somebody already on your team. When you're trying to figure out if somebody could possibly be on that dream team and they can't come through, that's the shit that fucking sucks.
Yo, the dark web is a real thing. Hey, I advise anybody not to ever go on the dark web. But yeah, for real, Miss Mogul, you right. Especially with your picture of your daughters and all that, or your daughter and stuff like that. I think, pedophilia, this human trafficking is a real thing, man. They'll find out where you at. If they like what they see, man, you got people out there that's sick enough to go and try to make a move. So yeah.
Absolute fact.
I love watching porn, but get on your hands and knees.
It's about to get real.
This is about to get real spicy in here
Wait,
tonight.
Shan, when Greg said he wants to know how many people are believe that you can lick your elbow, my 10-year-old had walked by me. And so she looked at me and then she bends her arm to lick her elbow. Do you know this girl licked her elbow?
You know
Y'all are
what?
weird and special. So now I
You know-
believe you can. I just need to know
See.
why.
See.
How did that happen? And how did you figure that out?
Holy shit.
To be real, I don't really see the reason to like stretch marks or all those shits from a female personality is great. I will take a chance with her. If she have a bad personality and a stinking attitude,
Come on,
I'm not in that shit.
attitude. Yes. Okay.
I think people need to flaunt good relationships more, man, because we're bombarded with especially look, I ain't trying to get on no Louis Farrakhan type stuff or nothing like that, but no Dr. Drew type stuff. But I am gonna say though, we need to have more my fault, yo, I'm up here messing with the cigar. My fault. Anyway, but yeah, we need to have more like positive images, man, of relationships, man, because it's in our music. Every look, y'all ever notice in music, man, everything is about cheating. Everything is about, yeah, man, if your man can't do it, you know what I mean? I can do it better, or shake him and, get with me and all this kind of stuff. People getting off on that whole, I took your girl and all that. And I think it's not enough like positive images, man. So it's dope when I see people who are married or in committed relationships and they doing it big, getting property together, owning stuff, doing it big, traveling, all that good stuff.
reflection of the times is what music is. So if you notice on TV, as far as the shows, there's no like families together like when we had like Family Matters or Cosby. Like there isn't that, and if it is, it's just very like mainstream today's topics, main topics. So yeah, that shit is a reflection always.
That's a lie. I know the difference between porn sex and stay at home and be a faithful man sex. There's a very huge difference. But sometimes you can balance it. And I don't compare the two because I know first of all I like watching amateur anyway. Amateur be popping. All the other shit is just staged. And you gotta still turn the volume down because they be extra loud for no reason.
See. Now, mind you, before you play that next voicemail, he's talking about midget porn, little people porn. That's what he's talking about. Baylor, we know it's not just me. He's the one that's talking that shit. It wasn't me. It was him.
Hey, what be tripping me out is these chicks getting on social media talking about, yeah, I be in the kitchen, I be cooking, you know what I'm saying? I cook for my man, you know what I mean? Should I be doing it? And then you look at the plate that they put up there, and it's canned green beans and box hamburger helper, and like, come on, man. Like, yo, if you gonna cook, do that right, especially if you're putting it out in front of millions of people, man. Don't do yourself like that. Don't play yourself.
Talking
I
facts.
can't believe he tried to shoot his shot by sending you videos of him smashing other chicks. I hope you blocked his dirty ass.
It's Mr. Nasty time. Ooh, Mr. Nasty time.
We watch porn alone because we meditate afterwards. We don't like to meditate around people.
Wait, what?
Oh, I don't meditate after. I just go to sleep.
What does flick that blicky mean?
Oh, come on, Greg. Explanation.
Nope. I done talk too much. I ain't gonna tell y'all what flick that blicky means. Nope. Next.
It should definitely be intimate. I don't know if I want to be like at my brother's house and he's like just watching porn and hears me come out and say, "Hey, good afternoon," and he just like, "Yeah, what's up?" And I'm like, "Are you watching?" And then he's just like, "Yeah." Are you gonna turn it off? Why would I turn it off? Because I'm here, and it's your private time, and I shouldn't be here. This is weird, and that's probably gonna be the last time I see my brother for a while. I'm just saying. I don't think it's that. I think it's meant to be intimate for a reason. I don't think I want to be around anybody who's watching porn when they're watching it. It's just a very intimate thing.
I like watching it with my person, but never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say.
So I'm gonna say this. So she asked, and I'm gonna say it: flicking the blicky, or just flicking it means flicking a bean, or going and touching yourself. As a lady, you're flicking the blicky. As a guy, you could be flicking the blicky as well. Like it's universal. It's a unisex state. You could be hitting the blicky, flicking the blicky. Either way, the blicky is getting something, and we want you to enjoy the blicky because the blicky is a good thing. We just want you to release. No, we want you to release the blicky. The blicky is either the bean.
Stop it, Greg.
Yeah, diddly the diddle. Don't get your Pee Wee Herman on and do it in public, man.
See?
The wet spot is not bad. Just put a towel down.
Sometimes
golly,
don't know who want to get
it'll be a big ass wet spot.
For real. Drench.
Nah, fam. I make my wife lay in a wet spot, fam. I don't do the wet spot. Wifey comfortable with it, but me, I'm like, yo, it's cold. It's cold, man. Shut the window. It's cold. You know what I'm saying? I put a t-shirt or something on. Babe, where your pants at? Or where them pants that you just had on? Yeah, throw that over. Put that over there. I ain't laying in that.
No, I hate the wet spot.
Nah, the wet spot is wherever you getting it in there. I mean, and honestly, you shouldn't. There's not always just one wet spot. I mean, if you getting it in all over the place, then there's probably several. But yes, you need to be able to lay in your shit.
Where you get up like you playing Twister.
Hey, Natasha, Yo, I gotta. Yo, ain't no dude trying to just be your friend. We gonna play the role as long as we need to, but at some point, he looking at you walk. Believe me, when you turn around and you don't see him, he looking at your ass, man. I promise you. So yeah, he was a little bit butthurt. He should have cussed you out and all that. But you cannot expect, especially if you find, man, he's checking you out and he's trying to figure out how he gonna like make his move. And it might take him a minute, but it's gonna happen. He's gonna do it.
Wow.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to.
I'm doing the bop right now. You can't see me though.
Cass, you ain't never lie. And we are not trading them. Just for clarity, we are
Hey.
dropping them into group text and we are laughing. And we are like return to sender and we are rating and grading.
Yes.
Yes, horizontal adult polka. I had to say that because the streets was watching. The 10-year old
Hey.
was in
Oh,
earshot.
okay. Okay.
I've never watched porn with a guy before.
What you gotta
I guess I never really been in love. What the fuck is happening with my life? I need to
do?
step my life up.
I feel you, Natasha. Yo, I feel you because I'm not really big into porn either, unless it's like I'm in a little drought or something like that. Wifey like might be. Actually, I don't know. Wifey, man, she could be super mad and still be like, "Hey, look, I can't stand you, but yeah, I need to get some of that though." And then she'll go back to being mad after she come 50, 11 times. So, yeah, man. I don't really do the porn thing either. So you right though, but it goes back to my whole thing. I try to stay away from porn because it'll mess you up. Like mentally, it'll mess you up, and it'll start getting in between your relationship because it's something you can get addicted to, man. If you ain't careful, you can get addicted to it. Next thing you know, you sneaking off, you trying to like watch it, you know what I mean? So I don't know, man. It can get in the way. So I try to stay away from it too. But I do
Man,
use it. I have used it as an educational tool. If I want to
that's
teach
right.
somebody how to get
Oh,
some head or something, yeah.
yes, yes. I always ask for recommendations, but I remember one time when I was in college, I was taking the bus to go home, and it was this man with this tablet that was playing porn on the bus out in the open. I'm just like, yo, you are reckless, sir. We can all see you. She was crazy.
You mean the ankle boot Tims that look?
Yo, I seen cats with the Tims with the extra thick sole, the extra thick sole joints look like some orthopedic Tims. Yo, I can't mess with none of those. Yo, give me the weak joints or die, bro. I can't mess with nothing else.
We or die.
Exactly.
No, I don't want the porns where they're trying to be the amateur porns where they're trying to be the porn star. I just want to see like grown people like making love with each other on video,
But there is a
and that's it.
that
And as I do mine with Mr. Morris, and listen to them play in the background. It's an adventure. We can't get out. It's the Rona. You got to not because the Rona. It don't matter. Maybe it was the Rona. I don't know. It's been before the Rona. Yeah, just you got to do it. You got to have a little bit of exhibition. You got to have some adventure to keep the spice right. It can get mundane in marriage because you're both working all the time. You got to have a lot of little excitement in your life. I'm telling you, when you let go, like we just got our first like vibrator for like after a really long time. Like never had and never seen the purpose for it. And now I'm like, we're like, hey, like, yay, like, you know? All right.
Okay. Okay. So, thank you for mentioning that. Thank you for mentioning that. I just want to say this. Any couples or individuals that are looking for like sex toys, look at Dame Products. DameProducts.com. They have so many like great products. They have the Eva 2, which is pretty much it's like a hands made vibrator. They have the Bullet vibrator, which is the Z. The pillow, because obviously like sex positions are really awkward. The pillow is really great. I absolutely love that shit. But my favorite thing from them is what's called the fin. So it's a fin vibrator. It's like a finger vibrator. It can go
oh my
just wherever you want it to go. Yeah, yeah.
Greg, you just be dabbling into so much.
Hey,
Yo, Pod, I love you so much, but I want you to get your hands in.
you know. Oh my God, what is going on
That
here?
shit is so funny and childish to me, but I love it because I don't know when he's gonna start.
Oh, I don't. That's interesting. I don't think that it has affected my dating life, but I guess I need to think about that.
Yes, please do and tell us.
Yo, the spitting in the mouth is it's like a dominant
Exactly.
thing, man. Listen, man, there's some girls out there that really like to be slutted out, like on some real, yo, they want to be called all kind of bitches and whores and sluts and shut the fuck up and all this kind of stuff. Like me, yeah, I've been there, I've done that, you know what I mean? But it's not my thing. You know, I ain't, but hey, yo, look, hey, so you gonna let me spit in your mouth? Like I'm not on that, but I've I've had some experiences, man, where some chicks was just off the chain. I had an experience, man. This chick was like, "Yo, smack my titties until they're beat red," and she like to had a nipple clamps that like electrocute her and all kind of weird stuff. I was like, "Yo, this chick is crazy." She like getting spanked with the paddle with the little spikes on it, where it like kind of it bruises her hella bad. Like, yo, I'm not into that, man. Yo, just give me. Yo, give me some like regular, like not regular, but I ain't on no Marilyn Manson type stuff.
Crazy.
Wow.
I'm going to try to say
Jesus.
this in the most loving and non judgmental way possible, but the lustful spirit behind pornography is destroying minds and relationships. And this is why people cannot have healthy relationships and healthy marriages, is because of that lustful spirit. So I just pray that anyone listening to this that's involved with any of that would turn away from that and just have a beautiful and sacred relationship with their partner.
Now, is it sacred if you don't put the thumb in the ass though? I'm just asking for anybody who is like inquisitive, because here's the thing. I love Jesus too. It's the God. Here's the thing.
Put Jesus
Uh,
and thumb in the
no,
same
no,
sentence.
no. All I'm gonna say is Mary said it's the God in me, but the thing is, I am God's property. So
Mary.
if here's the thing, if I'm God's property and it's the God in
Don't,
you, technically I'm a child of
don't.
God. So can I just put the God in you by
Can
giving
I get
you
a
the best
witness?
in me? I'm just, hey, glory, glory.
Believe in Jesus Christ to be saved from hell.
Yes, but he said.
Yeah, you're right, Shan. All we have right now is Blackish. And outside of Blackish, then it's like Grownish. And I feel like that was the break off from Cosby to a different world. But other than that, we really don't.
Yeah.
Porn is porn. There's no.
My
Wait, what? So you're. Oh, wait, I'm so confused. So, Baylor, you watch porn and then you meditate after? You don't go to
Exactly. Oh,
sleep?
but
I,
uh-huh.
I,
Uh-huh.
I
Light,
have
Uh-huh.
questions.
little light.
Mm-hmm.
guys, let's
Mm-hmm.
just say this and keep it 100.
Okay.
It definitely went left just a second ago. We all know. We all know. I won't say so.
Oh, flicking that blicky is the same as scratching that record.
I can't with Baylor.
Flicking the blicky, playing with the little man in the boat. It's all the
Little man
same
in the
thing.
boat. Okay.
Copy. I was 20 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever you. Oh, when I learned what that was.
Oh man.
Why would I waste a good ass towel? You just was in me smacking my walls
Oh,
around and you worried about a wet spot? Nigga, if you don't lay your ass in that wet spot.
Yo, hey Greg, you need to hurry up and get the rights to that blicky. I like that, the blicky. Yes,
get the
you did
race
it
to
right. You set it enough
it.
time so it's in our brain, and then that's yeah. I like that.
The man's married and just full of life.
Way that I see it, the wet spot is shared, okay?
Oh
I'm
God.
all about it in the moment, but afterwards I'm like, we just did very nasty things. We need to clean up.
That ass will
But
win.
before I have to fully get up, if I'm just really need to rest it out, I'm not laying in that spot. You wanted all this to happen? We sharing that spot together? Not really, because I'm gonna scooch up a little bit. You make sure you get that, because I
See,
need to warm up a little bit on the right side. You can go
you
ahead and lay
put
right there for a little bit.
that.
Look, it's just what it is. It's just what it is.
I Porn has been like a new thing for me.
What?
Somehow as I've gotten older, I've become more comfortable with myself and my sexuality. And so I've actually watched it more. I mean, I usually will watch it if I'm just trying to go to sleep and I can't sleep and I'm bored and I'm like, all right, so I'll watch it until I fall asleep. But it's not like a habitual thing.
No, I probably do like 3 times a week, 2 times a week.
See, if I'm watching, and this is for E Roof, that's interesting because when I'm watching porn, I'm not watching like sweet love intimacy. I'm watching some real, let me bust your ass, throw you over here, gang bang your ass, kind of, and then, that's it.
Yeah.
I just finished using my vibrator. It's very rewarding.
Hold on. Are you talking about? Hey, yo, those pillows. I think you're talking about the wedges, if I'm not mistaken, man. Are you talking about the wedges? You can get some incredible angles
Yes.
off those wedges, fam. Like, yo, them joints crazy. Yeah, the wedges. The wedges go hard in the paint. I don't know. I think that's what you're talking about, though. Tell me if I'm wrong.
I seen the wedge pillows. Yeah.
Hey, whoever that super Christian is trying to get y'all on your hands and knees to pray is hilarious. Yo, I'm over here crying. I got tears.
If you spit in my mouth or on me, I'm punching you in your face. Dominate that. That's nasty.
Come on, young mom, again. That's gross.
Is there really regular sex after someone asks for clamps that electrocute them on their nipples? I mean, dog, like, yo, the people you following on social media, these exchange. Sir, yes, let's do this channel together. I have questions.
I'll be like, I got me some paper clamps
Again,
on my desk.
again, I just want you guys to all share the chat right now. Like, if you were fucking with the chat, I need you to clap it up. I need you to make it clap for real, and I need you to share it to all of your social media so everybody can understand. Like, this is happening right now. Please share it, subscribe, follow Shan, follow myself, follow the people who are actually commenting, and more importantly, comment. Please comment because we got a lot of shit to talk about.
Y'all are
Because
so
I didn't.
interesting.
Y'all are talking about nipple clamps. What is going on in the
Yes,
world? Jesus
we're
Christ.
learning.
Yes.
Just trying to get heady down. That's it. Just heady down.
Headed down. Yes.
That's new.
God bless.
Ooh, what's happening?
That's what happened on
Nico,
Jupiter.
you hit it on the head, yo. Real talk.
Did you really just ruin her comment and ask, was it sacred if you put a thumb in her ass? Goodbye, Greg. Goodbye.
Wait. Greg said he loved Jesus too. I am done. Y'all are crazy. Oh my God. I got to have you guys on my Pretty Posh podcast.
Yes.
When you
We
guys
will
get a
definitely
chance
be
to
there,
hit me
sweetie.
up. Definitely would love to conversate with y'all.
Jesus is in the room with you when you smashing. Like, it ain't like he gonna turn his face and be like, oh, okay, I can't watch this part. Like, he created it. Of course, he like, okay, you doing what I created. All right, good job. Like, come on, man. Jesus is right there. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Don't be shy. Jesus saw you butt naked. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Let's get real about it,
Exactly.
fellas, ladies.
Look. Let me say this. Let me say this. Jesus has to have a sense of humor. He gave us pre-cum. That is literally him laughing at us because we know for a fact that pre-cum it doesn't do anything for anybody. It's just there. And Jesus is
Oh,
like,
it does some things for some people. Ask child support.
you know what? Next voicemail.
No, and you just think about if the Lord didn't give men a gooch, your balls will fall right into your asshole when you
Look.
sat down.
Okay.
It's not that pornography is mashing up people relationship. It's just that the people in this world nowadays are crazy. They have a
Fact.
female or the female have a guy. They want to experience new shit. So I don't know what to say, yo. People just go in relationship just for the sex alone nowadays. To be honest, I'm being
To be
realistic.
everybody.
But porn is okay for everyone to watch. It's not destroying relationship. It's the people who out there showing the fake love and say, "Oh, I love you," this shit, that, and then deep down they know that they don't really mean it. They don't really mean it.
Love it.
All right. Well, I mean, I think it depends on if you know who you are. Okay.
Right.
If you and your partner like to watch certain things together and you vibe off of it together and you really turn up the passion for each other together and you are in it and you like, you belong
Yeah.
to me, I
You
belong
with
to
it.
you, there ain't never going to be any harm with that. That's how you keep
Never.
that thing real tight and real passionate. But if you don't need that,
Whisper
okay,
that thing.
cool with you. There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's
Fact.
true. There's some lustful stuff going on for real, but that's how we've always been. When you
Passionate.
actually act on the lust and go get somebody outside your marriage and you're not honest to tell your partner, look, I might
Yeah.
want to bring somebody in, and your partner's like, I'm not down with
They go,
that. Or they're like, okay, I'm down with that. If y'all two are down with that, it's your business. And if you two aren't, it's your business.
Talk that shit.
honesty. That was a word.
Vocal though. Think about this. Blackish though. Yeah, it's family, but they drive that whole materialistic thing in the ground, man. It's like, oh, if it ain't name brand, then it's like that whole narrative, man, in that show is like
They
everything
got
got to be
30
name
words
brand,
about
everything got to be. I seen one episode. It was like it's crazy, man. So you got these kids out here thinking like, oh, I gotta have some Burberry, I gotta have this, I gotta have that, yo. So they got their little agenda popping off too.
The thing about Shan and Greggy when they have any type of episode going on, this is also a safe space. Don't judge me.
Shout out to Baylor.
This young mogul, we need to know that porn search. And don't be shy, give us 5.
Hey, 5 of them. Usually people asking 3.
Wait,
no.
Young mogul, let me say, we started that way, right? And then I was like, okay, as we got to really like get more intimate, because when you're young, you just be bunnies. You don't.
Bunnies.
It's all about the feeling, although you love each other. But when you get older and you have to battle through the struggles, and you're like, yo, I need to really know why I love you. I need to feel this from the top of my head to the tips of my toes. And I'm not saying we're always there. No. No. Okay, I elaborated too much on that. But the point is that, it's hard to be in a house with another person that you can't fully control all the time. You got to learn how to work some shit out. And while you're doing that, you have to learn to keep the romance going. And after a while, the porn gets mundane. It gets boring. Just bang, bang, bang. Yeah, we've been bang, bang, banging when you're bunnies. And then you got to learn how to lay it down, hold each other, and then it can get wild. And you should let it get wild, but be soft too. Be soft.
Is my love going bang, bang, bang?
Hey, whoever wants to learn how to suck dick, let me know.
Ooh.
Hey, once you get clamped up and your nipples get electrocuted, you can't go back to missionary. You gotta do something crazy like barbed wire sex or some shit like that.
No.
Ain't nothing wrong with in your mouth or none of that, man. Come on, man. Come on, yo. We too grown for that. But that's what's up. When y'all come in our mouth, when we eating the pussy and y'all come in our mouth, y'all don't say nothing. Like, it's all good. Come on, man. What's up, man? It's all about reciprocity, man.
Oh man. Not a playground.
Hello?
Hello?
It's my first time.
Tell these kids to go to sleep, Greg.
Hey, fuck them kids.
Freak you freaking bum, you.
Oh,
18 naked cowboys in the shower.
Yo, that chick that liked the nipple clamps and all that was the first girl I made come like 30 times in one session. Yo, that joint was bananas, bro. I ain't never seen nobody squirt that much. Yo, the joint was crazy.
Levels.
But after that, yeah, I got it down pat. So yeah, we out here.
Yeah.
Learning and growing.
Fellas, let me just say this. Any person, male or female, who tells you that squirt is actually piss is lying to themselves. Don't let them lie to you. Bathe in that shit. Love that shit. Cherish that shit. Do not let them tell you that it is not exactly what the fuck it is, which is a fountain of bliss. Do not let them tell you it's anything else.
Here we go.
Nigga, shut the freak.
Gosh,
Whoa.
Dab ass kids, get the switch.
Yo,
somebody. You ever think about like the time that you called Jesus and you really needed him?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that correlates with what's going on, but yo, that Christian that keep calling in, tell y'all to get on y'all hands and knees. And y'all keep letting that nigga through.
Laughing about that shit.
She gets empowered. You doing a lot right now with that goose, yo. For real.
Oh, see?
I'm doing a lot with what?
With the gooch.
Oh.
Hey, yo, I think Jesus' sense of humor is the fact that he make it to where men come one good time and it's a wrap for most of us. You know what I mean? And then women, they can come like 15 times or something in one session and be ready to go 5 minutes later. Joint is crazy. I'm like, yo, why did God create us like that? Why is it that men get older and we typically, we slow down, we slow down a little bit, we kind of mellow out a little bit, but women, they get older and they get more sexually like hungry. The joint is crazy, man. So I think that's God's sense of humor right there. It's like, yo, how we supposed to work this out, man? It's been 5 minutes and she ready to go again. So yeah, God got a sense of humor, fam.
Absolutely.
Listen to this.
What about this though? I mean, niggas need to step their game up. Are you watching your own porn though?
Boom.
You know what I mean? Like that's a whole totally different level if you recording it yourself and then watching it yourself. Yeah. Yo, that's crazy. Tell them too much business.
Johnny Depp doesn't even watch any of his work. That's a madness.
Nah, that's a recipe for disaster. As popular as that might be, a lot of dudes trying to ask their girl if they can have a threesome and all that's a recipe for disaster. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. Like, I never have a threesome with a woman that I love and I care about because after that, you're like, this bitch ain't shit. She ain't shit. Like, I'm telling you, like, the whole thing, like, with men, like, with us, we like the whole conquer type of, we like to conquer. So we like to see how nasty we can get a chick to be, slut her out, do whatever during sex. You know what I mean? So I can only imagine, like, yo, you tell your wife, yeah, I want a third person to come in the joint. If your wife cool with that and you do that, that's a recipe for disaster. I'm just telling you. Now, I know there's going to be some people that's like, nah, if y'all both understand. But I'm telling you, a man's psyche is going to be like, shit, she had a threesome with me. All right, cool. This is my permission to cheat because she let me fuck another girl anyway. So it's just all bad.
Whoa.
He is talking about something that is considered to be called post-nut clarity. Next voicemail.
Jeez. Kevin Morris, where are you?
I mean, look, it tastes like lemonade to me, like lemonade with no sugar. That's what it tastes to me. I don't be tripping off that shit. I just don't like the wet spot of it.
What is he talking about? What tastes like lemonade? That
He's
fountain?
talking about the wet spot. He said the wet spot and the fountain tastes like lemonade. Shout out to Beyonce.
Boy. Surfboard.
Let's keep it
Exactly.
100%. Okay, first of all, women are not just out here straight coming in dudes' mouths, right? I'm gonna
Exactly.
just keep it
Y'all not all that
100%,
talented.
right? We keeping it authentic, keeping it real. Now, I used to hold back everything because I didn't understand how my body fully worked. Women have to learn their bodies too, people, because we don't get
Yeah.
taught that. But when you do learn it and you're like, oh, we do that? We don't even need him sometimes? Oh, okay. Because sometimes, you dudes come early, you can't, and then we just, it's a lot. But anyway, but let me just say that we we have to take it a step back and realize, like, I lost my train of thought. So we'll come back.
Like me.
Okay, there it is. Okay, I had to clarify. That's what it was. So, yes, I had not ever released, like, I used to be like in pain, and then I was watching this porn on, not porn, sorry, see, we're talking about too much porn. I was watching HBO, and this woman was explaining it, one of these porn stars. She was like, yeah, when you can't pee, that's you holding back. You have to just let yourself go. So we had happened to stumble upon squirting, and I thought that was disgusting. I was like, why is she doing this? Is something wrong with her? What is wrong? Go, ma'am, somebody told her to stop this. This is too much now. And my husband gave me permission. He was like, babe, it's okay. It's okay. And I was like, are you sure it's okay? So women just don't be coming out here and just doing that. And if she is, I have questions.
Yo, Busy Giant, that's for a really good reason, though. Because if we could come like women, we wouldn't get nothing done. There'll be nothing built. There'll be no wars fought. It would just be niggas fucking bitches every damn day. That's just, I mean, he made that perfectly. Because women are responsible to be like, let's just get something to eat. Let's take a break. But dudes, no, we be there all day till we die. So yeah, it's for a reason.
That is true. Could you imagine a man waiting for your bitch to come home from a hard day's work?
Exactly.
I meant to ask this question. Does anybody need to use the bathroom? Does anybody need something to eat? I'm just concerned.
Yes. That's the offering plate.
Yo, Baylor's on it. Baylor's on it. Yes, sir. You gotta watch your own videos because you gotta be your own fan. Ain't nothing sexier than watching you do you.
Sex ESPN.
Shit, if that's a recipe for disaster, then slide me that recipe because I'm about to make that disastrous ass food. Message.
I think you just speaking for yourself, homie. To be real, everybody different.
Grown and sexy.
Nah, see, the problem is with catching the threesome, they don't know how to balance. If they don't know how to balance a checkbook, then they might not know how to balance a threesome. That's why it's an issue. It's not an issue when you don't. It's equal opportunity with both.
Opportunity.
The only thing is you can only. I can't say.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty much what piss tastes like, bro. Lemonade with no sugar. Yeah, you right.
I apologize for everything, guys.
No, you don't.
I think we've said too much.
Don't apologize. This is the safe zone.
Right. Could you imagine what the numbers would have been at if we kept the main show?
Man, listen to me.
Bananas.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Baylor. Balancing the checkbook, balancing. Oh, that was a real crafty analogy. Y'all lit tonight.
I think personally, I think E. Ruth does cosplay. By the way, the tone of her voice lets me know that she does cosplay in her bedroom with her husband. I don't know this one. I don't have any facts of this, but I do have an opinion.
So E Ruth, you know you have to answer back. You just can't just go
Clap, back, clap,
unscathed.
back, clap,
Like
back, clap, back.
you have to let us know. Like, are you out here dressing like Spider Man or She
I
Hulk or who? Like, we need to
feel
know.
like she's that
Um,
Catwoman.
yeah. Actually, anybody who is listening, who is Baylor? Like, who is Baylor and who is E Ruth? Like, if they were doing cosplay, what would their characters be? I
Uh,
want to know from you guys, who would their characters be? I feel like Baylor would be Captain America. He wants to lead, but he also knows for a fact that he's just him. Everybody respects Captain
he's
America.
just him.
Yeah, he's just him. But you know for a fact he doesn't really have major superpowers, but he gets shits done. Like, that's Baylor. He's Captain America. And I feel like Eve Ruth is Wonder Woman. I feel like
Wonder
everybody
Woman.
knows who she is. Yeah, she's Wonder Woman. Oh, she has the lasso. She will whip a nigga in shape, and that is why Eve Ruth is Wonder Woman. So we got Wonder Woman and Captain America. So we got Baylor, we got Eve Ruth, Wonder Woman, Captain America. I want to know, who do y'all feel they are? The two of them, the nastiest ones in this chat right now. Who
Oh
are the
god.
superheroes?
Mm.
Go ahead, play that
So
voicemail.
I just heard the dude comment on E. Ruth doing cosplay in the bedroom with her husband. I had like right before that comment came across, I had gone to her IG page, and I agree with him. She probably does. She looks like she would. Not, I feel like she probably does a good job with it
Wait a
too.
minute.
Mm,
Wait a minute.
And we ain't forgot
spicy.
about Miss Mogul either. We still waiting on that top five, search
Oh
bar.
yeah, she got
Don't
quiet.
dodge us. Entertain us.
Mm.
Okay, okay. We haven't gotten to that level yet, but you know what I'm saying. I guess we're saving that for I don't know what, but it sounds dope though, cause I'm a fool with it. I like like I like costumes and acting a fool. So
Mm.
this could be something. To keep it real.
I've never done that with somebody.
For what it's worth, I did enjoy our pros and cons internet. It really made me think about my social media. So I think part two, part three, part four, and I would like to actually hear a lot more from y'all on that one. just,
Yeah.
just in like everything. Yeah, this is
Or
this is hot tonight. But just like
Yeah.
everything, y'all are magic. Thank you. And I'm gonna pose a question now, which is setting aside porn for a moment.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, like what do you think like is the biggest influence that people can have on social media? Like we know that people are going to do terrible things, but like I always think of everything as like every little thing that we do is going to have an impact on each other. If big, small, big, what in between. So like what do you all think is the influence that social media can have, like the positive influence?
Okay. For me, the biggest influence that I haven't seen on social media is fact checking. Like,
mm-hmm.
actual, like, citing your sources. That's one thing I have never seen on Twitter, Facebook, Reddit, or Instagram, any of those. Like, I've never seen someone say what you said doesn't matter or it's not factual because this is the truth. Everybody on social media, they say, you know what? I understand what you said, but this is how I feel. That's how social media is kind of like dictated itself forever. But no one has ever said, you know what? Here are the facts right here. And not only are these the facts, I can back them up with links. I can back them up with photos. And I'm sure there is someone who's going to say, oh my God, there have been tweets where people have posted things. I'm like, they're posting one sided, like, arguments. It's one of those things where you have to make sure when you cite your sources, it's not just to appease your side. Like, if I told you right now the Lakers won, like, okay, you know for a fact the Lakers won, but what if someone else were to counter that? Like, you want to make sure that you can actually tell them, hey, no, here's a fact. Like, it's there. So pretty much my issue with social media is the fact that a lot of the things aren't fact checked. Like, we need to let people know that you can have an opinion, But if it's not a fact, it's just your opinion at the end of the day. We just need to let you know there's actual facts, tangible evidence behind what we're giving you as a response to the fact that you haven't even fact checked yourself. So that's the one thing social media needs is fact checking. I know that what is it? Twitter and Instagram and all that, they are starting to do this thing where if you tweet something that has anything involving COVID or just like politics or something like that, they will say, "Hey, this isn't fact, but this is definitely something that we're thinking about. But if you want to learn more information, click this link." I appreciate that, but at the same time, you just want to let people know that fact checking is definitely something that needs to happen in social media. What's our next voicemail though?
I think if it doesn't happen, there's gonna be a lot of people getting sued.
Man, what?
Oh, while we throwing out names, cosplay costumes, you definitely Doctor Strange, and we already know who Shan is. She for sure Harley Quinn, without the shadow of a doubt. She might be the low key, the real. Let me get off this goddamn phone.
Jesus Christ.
What is I said something, I came back. What huh?
Yeah.
The biggest
Yeah.
influence that people can have on the internet or on social media is to show that you do have a heart, to be more transparent. And we can end up doing that. We can end up at least not actually turning the internet around because the dark web will always be the dark web. But as far as our day to day social media influence, we got to show that we're more transparent and that we are human with a
Mm,
heart.
facts.
See, I had to start my comment about halfway through you saying something about fact checking. Do you know how large the implosion would be if fact checking was a part of social media? Do you realize how much of Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat would not exist if
Mm.
fact
Exactly.
checking was like a thing that like people did?
Mm.
It'd be like reading Bibles.
I think anything I think anything on social media that offers like value on like helping people be better. Like people like information, right? So social media people like to be one of two things. They like to either be informed, like find some new information out that they can use, or they like to be entertained. And from what I see on social media, the people who have a lot to offer, like who are really informative, like maybe talking about like how you can like leverage your credit to like make money, or things like how you can look and feel your best, things like that. Those people got the biggest following, like fitness people, everybody want to learn how to be in better shape, stuff like that. So if you bring something to the table on social media that's helping people be better, that's the biggest influence on social media. Those are the people with the biggest followers. Now of course you got sex, because sex sells, but outside of that, yeah.
Mm.
So we're talking all this cosplay stuff, and maybe I'm a little late in the conversation. And also, you guys are talking about, dominance. What's the opinions or the feelings about dominatrix? What's up with the females being in control?
Um, I I think everybody has a little bit of that in them. It's just gonna take the right person to bring that out. Now, I feel like some people are on like a high spectrum of that, and some people are a low or a middle spectrum of it. You just got to be able to gauge the person you got. But everybody have a bit of dom in them. No alcohol needed sometimes.
And Ruth, Miss Lady, I do have a lingerie boutique. You guys can check it out. It's theprettyposh.com. I got tons of dope, sexy wears. So you guys can check it out.
Ooh,
Mm.
see
I
strength.
thank you for that. I want to like respond to that like last message, not the one that just happened, but the one before that. Um,
Mm.
I don't have an answer to her question because like there's really like no answer, but I do have a question to ask her, and any guy that wants to just answer that as well, it might help. Um, Ladies, If your man asked you to take control and or to punish him, would you be okay with that?
Yes.
But why? That's
Yes.
it's a two-part question. If your man asked you to take control and or to punish him, would you be okay with it, and why?
Oh, yes, because that's your time to show the mirror image of what you would like to receive. So a lot of times when people
Mm,
do things, that's what they really want done to them. And if you read it the right way, then you'll catch on.
okay.
I think that fact checking on social media can be hella dangerous. I think that it should just be left up for people to do their own research because that's how censorship gets started.
Mm.
And it's pretty much the beginning of censorship. So I say no to fact checking. Let me find out on my own if that's what I want to do. If I want to be stupid, then let people be stupid if that's what they want to do. But at the end of the day, to censor it and to be in charge of what people know is a fact and what's not a fact, that could all be relative. You know what I mean? It could all be relative as new information comes about, and then we find out other information years later. Who knows what's a fact and what wasn't a fact if the person who was deciding what it was or what it ain't was the moderator for Facebook or whatever the case, whoever he has his information from.
True.
Pretty posh. She out there talking that 50 Shades of 60 shit. Of gray. Whatever. Is it a color? Is it a number? Fuck. Shit.
Mm, mm, mm,
If a man is
Mm,
into a
mm,
woman dominating him,
mm,
then by all means, madam,
mm,
go dominate him.
mm-hmm.
mm.
For sure.
Females being in control is cool, you know what I mean. But I think that you got some females out here with some PTSD, yo. So they'll like get a flashback of when you didn't take out the trash and start beating the shit out of you when you tied up. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I can trust that yet.
PTSD.
I'm
Yes.
about to
Oh
go
my
straight
god.
to the prettyposh.com site right now. God damn it.
Get your wife something, Balin.
Mm.
Hell yeah. Half the time you guys need to get punished.
Hey.
See?
And it's fun. It's fun with
Right.
the exchange of power. It keeps things spicy.
Mm.
Facts.
Punishing, okay. See, I try to be very delicate
Uh-uh.
about my approach. And we did talk about bringing the wild out of each other. That happens, yes, but
Mm-hmm.
um I think you can't plan it. You can't plan anything. I mean, you
Christmas.
can set the mood, you can get yourself prepared, but to actually like plan it, like talk about it, right? Talk about it, and then prepare for it somehow. Like make sure you have it ready somewhere so when it does pop off, you can be like, "Hey, today, like I got this whip ready." I don't think I'll use the whip though, because I just have slavery and white supremacy. I just can't go back. I can't do it. But I
Drama.
mean, like maybe a little like slap or so. No, I think I tried it before and I felt really bad. I was like, this shouldn't be like this.
Mm.
Wait, tell Posh to come back. She can be on the show. I need that website again.
It's on
You
her. Go to her
you
Instagram. It's on there.
more importantly, he Baylor is on our show right now. Baylor,
Right.
make your proclamation right now to I am Posh. You need to go ahead and let her know right now live.
Facts.
So there must be fact checking because we have to understand still the difference between a fact and an opinion. There's a lot of opinion out here masquerading as facts, and we all learn what a fact was when we learn about nonfiction and fiction. And so when it goes, it's a free for all, and everybody is just like meme news because sometimes people create memes and they create memes as if they're news and they're not. We need somebody to come in here and say, "Hey, wait a minute, hold on a second," because there's those of us who want truth, who want honesty, and want to be able. We have to be able to lay our hang our hat on something, right? Like I can't just put my hat out there and then hope that if I drop it, when I let it go, I'm hoping there's something that's going to catch it, from stopping from falling on the floor. I need that, and that's what the fact checks does for me. I posted something about Martin Luther King being killed in the hospital, only to come to find out facts were, because you can look it out in the legal record, that was never part of the story, and we can't just make up things about people's family just because it's actually disrespectful.
Mm, so profound. Let me see. We
Stop
have.
doing shit. Busy Giant, stop doing shit. Then nobody won't be retaliating.
Mm,
I'm just kidding. Y'all crazy.
let me see.
I knew it. I knew it was coming, Posh. I knew it. Yeah, man. So yeah, I gotta be on my best behavior. I gotta like be good for like a whole like year straight before like I need to have no blemishes on my record if I'm gonna be tied up, yo. Cause I think wifey gonna be like, yeah, yeah. Now I got you where I want you. Yeah. Now what did you say last week? What did you say last week, nigga?
Exactly. Exactly.
A lot of black people don't even know where sex comes from, and they out here having sex like them Europeans. I don't know if I'm really ready to be tied up and tie my girl up and all that other dungeon type shit. Now that's some European shit. I don't know about all that.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Writer
fair.
props work, Ruth. I mean, flogging can. It is not. Okay, I'm talking too much.
Yeah, Eru definitely does cosplay. She's
Wow.
definitely been Nubia, the
Precious.
Black Wonder Woman. She's definitely been Nubia. She's been Spectrum, the Black Miss Marvel. She's
Spectrum. I
been
remember.
Spectrum. She's been a lot of people in the bedroom.
Mm,
You can tell by the way she finishes every
uh-huh.
single syllable of every
Hey.
single word that she says.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And I am sure she does it well.
Hey, this
You
dude, I'm gonna
use
say
the
this.
word
Any
proclamation. You gotta stop. Get like you can't use big words like this late with me because I was like, man, if you just leave it at proclamation, I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means right now. Greg, stop playing.
why is this my fault? I haven't said anything. I've been
Mhm.
told to shut up
Hey,
way
y'all. I
more
just want to say,
times.
man, this was a cool little show, and yeah, it was a cool little show, man.
Thank you, the busy man. You gave some facts tonight. We appreciate you. Some methods, you know, some experiences.
This
You
was a
know, let
dope
us cigar
show.
for
I'm about to turn in for the night. I got hella homework to do. This chemistry and this statistics is whooping my ass, but I still got an A in both of them. So yeah, got to keep that going. But yo, holla at y'all, man.
For
Good to
sure.
meet everybody. And yo, I followed quite a few people in here, man. Yeah, let's chop it up later.
absolutely.
How? Okay, again, I'm puzzled. How is this even a conversation? How did I? How? What? No, I've never done cosplay actually. I
Oh,
have tried to attempt to, but it's not real. Like, it's far more real to be connected and really be doing the things that are coming naturally to you in love and passion than it is of me putting on something. Oh yeah, you get lingerie, you walk around, but you actually are, you gotta be, you don't need cosplay when you're just being
come
all of that
through.
all the time. You have to
Come
give
through,
it all the
level.
time so that when it comes down to it, you don't gotta put no costume on. He know what's up. He know what's up. I
Level.
don't do cosplay, and I'd like for us to, like, I don't know, maybe move on from that, please.
Eros has spoken.
Mm.
I feel like E. Rule's cosplay would be like a
Bro.
bitter lawyer. Yep,
Oh,
that's it.
Mm.
a lot. But
All right, so
yeah.
let me go ahead and bring it on home because it's been a while. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have been listening to over 4 hours of Loudmouth Stereo. We are going to play the voicemails that are coming in. We aren't going to end just yet until after we play every single voicemail that is done, which it's not that many. However, we do appreciate the fact that you guys have not only entertained yourselves, but you have entertained
Right.
us. We've entertained you. Um, we love y'all so much. We just do request that you go and obviously share the content that you get from just us and other people. More importantly, you just comment. You follow the people that are here. Like it's a community. Like Stereo is a community where everybody should be able to follow each other, share each other, create chats, create like stereo lives or whatever you want to call these things. But more importantly, like this is just a very great app for people to connect. So shout out to Stereo for actually doing a good thing. Outside of that, Stereo, I'm waiting. I'm definitely waiting. You know what I'm waiting on, but
Waiting,
we're
waiting.
definitely waiting. Um, I, I'm trying to figure out a perfect way to close this. We
Thank
obviously.
you for the pros and cons for social media. We appreciate that. Thank you for allowing us to segue into another show. And
Mhm.
get through these messages tonight. They've been hilarious. They've been informative, and as always, you guys help us make the show.
Yeah. Um, we need you guys around more, like every episode. Meaning, every when you see Loudmouth Stereo, we're not talking about the app Stereo. We're talking about us. Like we are a show, we are an entity, and more importantly, we want you to be a part of that. We are a community in a community, so we hope that you will come and listen to all of our other shows. We hope that you listen to the podcast. More importantly, she gets it as well as Young Black and Bothered. Shout out to
X.
Baylor. BTG for president. We need to let you guys know that even though it was an election year, there was only one president. So shout out to Baylor, aka BTG for president. He is
Hey,
here. So shout out to one of like my closest friends, that I've learned from podcasting. This
hey,
is the perks of social media.
social
Just to,
media
yeah, to tie it
coming
all
through.
in. Social media, yes, there are cons. Yes,
Mm,
there are pros. But at
mm,
the end of the day, it is exactly what you make it to be. A lot
th-
of people try to make things worse and they try to make the worst out of a situation. But there are some people like Shannon and I and Baylor who try to make the best of a situation. Podcasting and being on stereo could be the difference between you making rent that month and you not
yep.
making rent that month. Stereo and social media could be the difference between you having a best friend or having no friends. More
Mm,
importantly, being able to have social media and the apps like the Facebooks and the Instagrams and the Twitter, they give you a sense of community. Like
mm,
how your grandparents and your parents had the neighborhood watch and they have their neighbors that, you know, what do you want to call it? Like it takes a village, like that type of mentality. We don't have that anymore. Our it takes a village is us opening up our phones and looking at our social media. So when we see that you guys are commenting and you're liking the statuses and you're leaving all the voice notes and you're just sharing it amongst your peers. They're coming in here and they're bringing their insights in, and we get to hear from you. My perspectives about a lot of things have changed since being on stereo. I'm sure
yeah.
Shan feels the exact
Like
same way.
especially like yesterday's episode was so much things being taught and said, and I'm just like, okay, I need to look up this up. I need to read this. So yeah, it's definitely a show that works as like a benefit on both sides.
Exactly. And me, regardless of the relationship and the marriage and everything like this, I will say this. Please respect black women. Eva Longoria, please
Shut
respect
your ass up.
black women. Um, it really sucks to know that, like, as a black man who, even though I'm in interracial marriage, I see these things. It's not like I'm
Mhm.
completely blinded by it. It hurts knowing that like black women at the end of the day, they aren't appreciated for the shit that they do, the things that they put up with, and more importantly, especially on social media, they are treated the way that they are treated. So for a black man to be on a show with a black woman, a black mother, more importantly, the female podcaster who does the best female podcast in all of the land. Shan,
Hey,
she gets it. As usual, I appreciate you. I love you. I care about you. More importantly, like you are the reason why we do this show. You are the reason why we have Loudmouth Stereo. I love you
I
so
feel
much,
like
man.
it's
Like
just energies on both sides, and great minds, and that grind that most people don't have,
exactly.
for sure.
E- e- exactly. I've said everything I possibly could want to say. Shan, I'm gonna let you lead us out.
Thank you for checking out Loudmouth Stereo. We'll be back very soon with another show, more content.
Now,
We're
do you
closing
want to?
out this month. We'll be back.
Well, now, wait. Do you want to play these last three voicemails before we get
Yes,
up
we
out of
will.
here?
Yes, we will.
Ruth, I didn't even finish listening to that whole comment, ma'am. I'm gonna be honest with you. If you can wear lingerie, and if you have ever heard of role play, you literally can be anyone at any time. And I wasn't trying to be insulting at all.
Yeah.
Neither was I trying to lay something upon you. But I still think you should go ahead. You also have like the dopest storyteller voice. You should probably rethink that. Just, rethink it. Not do it, just think about it.
Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to this entire group. This has been a dope conversation. I tuned in a few times. I gotta say, it's dope to have black people on here and speaking their minds, and I like to hear everybody's opinion. Follow me on Instagram, man. I'm making custom shirts, masks, hoodies, everything. Check me out.
Thanks. Thanks.
Shout out to
Let's,
92 Poppy One.
let's see who's next.
Very, very good, guys. I enjoyed your show and enjoyed interacting with you guys this evening. Again, you guys follow me. I follow you guys. And again, anybody checking for something, check it out at theprettyposh.com. And my partner Wally and we're usually on Friday evenings a little earlier than you guys. So you can check us out too. But yeah, love is love. And shout out to Stereo for this great app. Everyone's connecting. And that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
So Shan, you have to lead us on out.
Okay. Don't tell it on the mountain. Thank
Yo.
you for staying up here with us. It is 2:44 a.m. We are great people. We are smarter than we were yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And y'all gonna be back for another Loudmouth Stereo. I, Shan from She Gets It Pod, and Greg from Young Black and Bothered. Thank you. And we out.